Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Now that my two obligatory informative videos are done for the day, it's time to talk about current events in the online fitness world. And yeah, you guys know I'm going to enjoy this one because I just found out about this about 20 minutes ago. So let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing, work on skilling on my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this. Alright, the good Dr. Layne Norton, who most people are familiar with his and I's history, we just found out from Isabel, his wife, who made a video today stating the reason they are separated, the reason they're having a divorce, the primary reason, is because he had an affair. And her words were that he went outside their marriage and had an affair. And it devastated her. And yeah, it made her postpartum depression and everything worse. I want to be clear with something because I know Layne and Isabel are both going to see this video. Isabel, I want you to understand, no matter what you've been told by people on the internet, by Layne, I do not hold any ill will towards you. I do not wish you any harm. I do not wish your children any harm. I already know that you've suffered at the hands of this person. I know that Layne has caused you pain and suffering. All right? I can't hold ill will towards a person purely for their association with someone who has wronged me, who has also suffered at that person's hands. Okay, I want you to understand that. I really do mean that. I will never, ever, ever do anything to harm you or your children. Okay, I want to make that perfectly clear. And I apologize if you've ever been given the impression that I intended to, because I never did. I never said those things that I was accused of. I will never, ever swear on my mother's urn, will never harm you or your children, and I hold you no ill will. All right, you've suffered enough as a result of your relationship with Layne. I have no intention of making that suffering any worse. In fact, I would be a pretty terrible person if I held ill will towards you or your children purely because of Layne. That would make me a pretty terrible person. I'm not the terrible person I've been made out to be. Now, on to Layne. You know what? Here's the thing. This guy, Layne has jumped up. We don't even need to get into the fact that the guy tries to accuse me of being a liar or whatever. This guy is very clearly, this is absolute proof of a pattern of behavior that he is a lying, cheating cocksucker. I don't see how anyone could disagree with that. All right? He's been caught, and not just possible lies, guys. It's one thing, people always jump and say this person may have lied about something. It's one thing to say they may and have absolute proof. Sure, I could say I think he's a fake natty. All right, and that's fairly believable. Most reasonable people would agree with that. Is that proof? Just because something is probably the case, that's not proof. But in this case, I mean, we've caught the guy telling multiple lies. Big lies, lying and cheating. I mean, he accused me of things that I just proved false. The guy accused said I had never placed at a powerlifting meet or never won a powerlifting meet. I just held up my medals. Medals that I won while being on YouTube. Again, provable lie. Provable. The guy lied and cheated on his wife. Okay? This is a pattern of behavior. He is a liar and a cheater. That's his behavior. That's provable. That's provable. Those are provable facts. I mean, that's two examples right there. We don't need to get into more. We got two right there. 100% provable would stand in court. Okay? That's provable lies. Whether we think he's a fake natty or not is subject to debate. That's not 100% provable. It's an opinion. It's a fact of certain things that he's lied about that we can prove for a fact are. We don't speculate, we know. And again, cheating on your wife, perfect example. The guy's a narcissistic psychopath. And it's very clear, again, the guy has admitted he spent over 6 figures harassing me. And Isabel, that's 6 figures of your money that he spent harassing me over nonsense. Harassing my loved one, shows no remorse for the fact that innocent people have been harmed as a result of all of this, purely for their association with me. Okay? This is someone with no basic morality. None. None at all. He doesn't show any remorse for the harm that he has caused to other people as a result of his hatred of me. His hatred of me. He's done pretty bad things to other people too. I'm not going to get into stories. There are other people with their own stories out there also. All right, this is a pattern of behavior. And you know, the way I got to look at it, I mean, seriously, everyone step back and look at this. And I want people to think about something else. Now, this is going to be speculation. But what I got to wonder, you've got a guy who has an affair, right? Has an affair. She didn't say anything about the person. We literally know nothing about the person that he had the affair with, or people. We don't even know if it was multiples. She said nothing about them. So all we can do is speculate, but here's what I'm going to speculate. He's got a wife who, I mean, she's pretty hot. Let's be honest here. Anyone should realize that. She's a model. She's a bikini competitor. By most standards, most men would be pretty happy to get married to a model and bikini competitor. Am I right? Who helps him run his businesses, helps him make more money. All right, that's a big plus. I mean, when you got a woman who helps you with your businesses and helps you make money, that's pretty ride or die. Again, most guys out there would be like, yeah, wait a minute. If I was going to have a wife, even guys who do this whole men going their own way thing, if I was going to have a wife, let's see, model, bikini competitor who has my back in business and helps me run my businesses to help me make money. Yeah, that's what I want. Cranks out 2 children for him. All right? Cranks out 2 children for him. What's he do? What's he do? Sticks his dick in someone else. Sticks his dick in someone else. Now, he got a pretty hot wife at home. So you got to wonder, what was it this other person had to offer that she didn't offer? You know, he's got a hot wife. I got to wonder, again, because of his whole bodybuilding thing and the world he's in, was it a chick? Or was it a dude? We don't know. But you got to wonder, what did they have that she doesn't have that made him feel the need to stray? I'm just saying. Think about it. Think about it. And you know, here's the thing. This kind of is what I said before. I said last year or months ago, I do not have to lift a finger to get revenge against Lane for all the things he's done to me. I don't have to. Because the universe brings justice around, whether you believe in God or you believe in karma. The universe has a way of bringing things around. What goes around comes around. And when you have someone who is such a narcissistic psychopath that they refuse to listen to other people, what's been happening to him with other stuff? He's been hurt repeatedly. And I've said repeatedly, you know what, if he would just rein his ego in, he'd stop getting hurt. But he keeps destroying his body. Multiple major injuries, damaged disc in his back. And it's not just because he's a champion. Everyone's like, well, it's because he's a champion. Really, there are plenty of champions who don't have these problems. And a lot of other coaches have tried to talk to him and tell him, look, your squat form is wrong. This is what you're doing isn't working. Your workloads are too high. Your squat form is terrible. And he tells them that they don't know what they're talking about. Neither some top-level powerlifting coaches. He tells them they don't know what they're talking about. He's going to keep doing it. He keeps getting hurt. His ego. His ego and his narcissism are breaking his body apart. All right? Now, he had, by most standards, pretty much a trophy wife. Pretty much a trophy wife. But he decides, through his own actions, he's going to go have an affair. Now, keep in mind, this trophy wife is also involved in all of his businesses. Okay? His ego And his narcissism overrode his common sense. We don't need to talk about common decency and just being a good partner. We don't even need to go there. Let's just talk about common sense. His ego and narcissism overrode his basic common sense. Again, the same thing that causes him to get hurt and damage his back in the gym and in training just caused him to lose his marriage. It's his ego. His ego is going to destroy him. And now here's the fact of the matter. Now everyone out there, all of his fans, all of his clients know that he's a lying, cheating cocksucker. I didn't have to do anything. He is burying himself. He's burying himself. I don't have to get revenge. Just like I said a long time ago, he's going to put himself in a wheelchair. I don't have to do anything. Just sit back and let this narcissistic, egotistical psychopath destroy himself. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's destroyed his body, continuing to destroy his body. He just destroyed his image when he destroyed his marriage. Keep going, buddy. You're doing real good. I haven't had to do anything to you yet. I probably will never have to do anything to you because you're going to destroy and bury yourself.